What if I told you the biggest mistake people make when dating after 50 isn't about who they choose, it's about what they're still carrying inside?
Oh, I know. That sounds dramatic.
But trust me, once you hear this, you'll start looking at every first date, and maybe even yourself, a little differently. Dating after 50 isn't like it used to be. We've got history now, marriages, heartbreaks, grown-up kids, even a few regrets we tuck under our smiles. And yet, so many of us, me included, we dive back in hoping things will feel fresh, easy, even exciting. But somewhere along the way, something feels off. It's not the apps, or the dinners, or the where are you from small talk. No, it's deeper than that. Let me take you there and show you the one thing most of us get wrong, even when our hearts are in the right place. You know what surprised me the most when I started dating again? It wasn't the awkward silences or the weird text messages. It was this ache I felt, even after a nice date. That kind of ache that whispers, this still isn't what I'm looking for. And I realized I wasn't dating to connect. I was dating to fix something. Maybe it was loneliness. Maybe I missed feeling desired. Maybe, if I'm honest, I just wanted to feel like I still had it. Sound familiar? We tell ourselves we're looking for someone to grow old with. But deep down, we're hoping someone will erase the sting of growing old alone.
Oh, I know. It's hard to admit.
But it's the truth. We show up to the date with a resume full of pain and a smile that says, please pick me. And that's the mistake. Because love, real love, doesn't come from need. It comes from overflow. But when we haven't healed, when we still carry the bitterness, the betrayal, the old wounds we never really talked about, we bleed on people who didn't cut us. And the dates, they feel it. Even if they can't explain it, they feel the sadness behind your eyes, the defensiveness in your voice, the wall you built so well you forgot how to open the door. So we repeat the cycle, date after date, disappointment after disappointment. And then we say, dating just doesn't work after 50. But maybe, just maybe, the problem isn't dating. It's that we're asking someone new to fix what someone old broke. Here's the tricky part about dating after 50. We swing between extremes. Some of us expect way too little. We lower the bar so far, it trips us. We tell ourselves, well, at least he's breathing. At least she's not awful. And others, we expect the stars. We want someone who's healthy, wealthy, funny, emotionally available, cooks like our grandmother, and looks like they walked off a movie set. Neither approach works. We settle too quickly, or we judge too quickly. And somewhere in the middle, that's where real connection lives. But we rarely wait long enough to find it. When we expect too little, we end up tolerating behavior that drains us. Missed calls, lukewarm affection, partners who never ask how we feel. And when we expect too much, we dismiss people for minor things that don't really matter in the long run. Like he had salad dressing on his shirt. Or she didn't laugh at the right moment. The truth is we don't need someone perfect. We need someone present. Someone real. Someone who sees us and says, hey, I like your wrinkles. I like your laugh lines. I like your weird way of folding napkins. But if we don't know how to recognize healthy, we'll keep chasing chemistry and missing compatibility. Here's a tough one, friends. Sometimes we don't even bring ourselves to the date. We bring a version, a character, the polished version we think someone will want. We hide the tough stuff. We make jokes instead of being honest. We nod politely when we want to scream, and that's exhausting. Dating should not feel like a performance. At this age, we've earned the right to be ourselves. Raw, honest, messy, beautiful. But too often we show up guarded, afraid of being hurt. So we protect ourselves by pretending. But what we're really doing is making it impossible for the right person to see us, because they can't love what we won't show. So here's my challenge. Say what you really want. Be awkward if you need to. Cry over dessert if that's what your heart needs. The right person will stay. The wrong one will leave. And either way, you'll stop wasting time playing someone else's role. This might be the hardest one to admit. We walk into dating already bracing for disappointment. We say, I'll try, but I know how this ends. And that mindset, it shows. People can feel it when we don't believe in the thing we're offering. It's like handing someone a gift while whispering, it's probably not what you want. So the date becomes a chore, a test, a waiting game. But what if, instead of approaching love like a skeptic, we approached it like a student? What if we said, I'm willing to learn, willing to be surprised, willing to be wrong about what love can still look like. Hope is not foolish, it's brave. We've been hurt. We've been let down. But if we let those stories write our future, we miss the chance for something real. Love after 50 isn't just possible, it can be incredible. But only if we stop sabotaging ourselves before we even begin. So if you're out there dating, hoping, healing, I see you. It's messy, it's weird, and sometimes it just feels too hard. But you are not broken. You are not too old, and you are absolutely still worthy of a love that feels like home. So take a breath, be gentle with yourself. And if this resonated with you today, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button. Not because I need the numbers, but because I want to keep showing up for people like us. People who still believe in connection, even after all we've been through. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.